Well, we're back at the boat ramp, and there's something that's happening in the automotive industry that I'm curious to see if it's happening in the motorcycle industry as well. We're having a lot of manufacturers on the car end see huge day supply. We're seeing some brands be super hot, hardly any discounts still here in 2025, while other brands have rotting inventories because they cannot move them. All right, so we're gonna hop on the Baby Ninja, the ZX4RR. We're gonna head on over to my local motorcycle dealer, actually the one where I bought this bike, and we're gonna look to see like what. And I'm gonna cut through here. Actually, do you guys want to see the boat ramp? Maybe I'll show you guys the boat ramp. It's gonna be busy as hell over there, so I don't know if I even want to come down here as people are loading and unloading and whatnot. But you know, if you look at the car end of things, you see Honda, you see Toyota, Subaru, Mazda, I think Kia as well. Kia has a really short day supply with all those manufacturers that I just mentioned, okay? So, oh man, it's a busy day at the boat ramp. One, it's a Sunday. Two, it's like 80 degrees and just breezy and perfect. I don't like all the water on the road here though, so I'm gonna try to cut over and try to get on the dry stuff. Ugh, all that salt water, no thank you. I moved to Florida to get away from the salt on the roads. Now I get skipped at this light a lot. We'll see what happens today if I get skipped here. Oh, there's a van behind me, so I will not get skipped. Maybe I'll pull forward to make sure that they get registered on the. I don't know if there's a weight underneath the asphalt. Isn't that what triggers it? So I mean, there are cameras up there. Does that trigger, or is it the weight underneath? I don't know. You guys will tell me. So we know KTM's in a lot of trouble. They are seeing discounts, and so we're gonna head to my dealer. Now, my local dealer doesn't have KTM. They don't have Suzuki. They don't have some of the brands. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at some of the brands they do have, see which ones are being discounted. Woo, doggy. Gotta open her up every once in a while. She's begging to be just pushed to 15 to 16 thou, no biggie. Just because the online inventory says one thing is not indicative of actually what they have. It might not be indicative of the most recent prices. So I want to check out my dealer first, kind of scope out what's going on with prices to see if there's any major discounting, if I'm seeing a lack of models, or I mean, typically on their showroom floor, this is what happens at my dealer, at least everyone's dealers. It just depends how much showroom floor you have. Typically, you don't want to have too many of the same model on the showroom floor. You want to have one, maybe two, because you want to display all of your models. And if you have a limited showroom floor, you don't want to just display a bunch of ZX4RRs. You want to display every Ninja that you got. All right, so it's not truly indicative of inventory. It's not indicative of how long these motorcycles are sitting at a dealership, but I think the price cuts are going to tell us a lot of how long these motorcycles have been around, and maybe we'll start seeing some incredible incentives right now to move motorcycles. I mean, we know that the impending tariffs. I have no idea how that will affect motorcycles, but yeah, I mean, compared to automobiles, it's a much more evident on the automobile end. Even that's super murky, and it's like a day-to-day thing with tariffs on the automobile end. Oh, this is my turn. Whoops. My bad. Oh, man. Sometimes I like manual shifting, especially if I'm going slow, but you can see I over-revved that manual shift. Those are fast e-bikes. Those things are flying. Harley's gonna be interesting to see if I can find I mean, we know Harley sales are in the gutter right now. Their profits are in the gutter. So that's gonna be fascinating. But don't have many turns in Florida. And I do not push it hard on this greasy black tarmac. This stuff is just, I feel like I'm riding on ice. I don't trust it at all. These tarred roads or whatever this is blacktop. Sketch Magoo. All right, I'll see you in the office with the pictures of the inventory and the, oh, there's a Hummer or Silverado EV there. Those are very rare at this Hertz. So there's a couple Silverado EVs. Why even have them? There's a new Camry LE. Probably the best. I mean, not even a good rental car, but it's just an amazing car overall. Check out my 62 mile per gallon MPG test. Oh my gosh, is the dealership closed right now? Oh, we got some Shelby Mach 1, or Mach E's. Oh my gosh, is my dealership closed? Oh, they're closed on Sunday. Son of a gun. Shoot, well that backfired. Let's see if on the other end here, if we can take a look at some of the I know they put the Hondas down here. Okay, I see some SCL 500s. A few of those. There's a CBR 650R. Let's see here. Let's see if you guys can see anything. NC, is that a CB 500X? A couple of them, or one might be the 750, the CB 750, or what? It's not a CB, but you guys on the NC 750. Another SCL 500. Oh, you know, I get confused because SCL 500 shares the same headlights with the Rebels. Okay, so we got the couple Rebels in front of me. CBR, there's a CBR 650R back there. Is that a green Goldwing? That thing looks pretty good. A Trail 125. We got a Dax. CRF 300L. And a 450R. Well, this is a dirt bike. The 300L's in there. The Dax. You got a Navi. Shoot. Well, sorry to disappoint you guys. I was going to take some pictures, but yeah, the Kawasaki's are in the back, so you're not going to see them. I think they still have a TW. Unfortunately, they don't discount TWs very much. If I could find a TW for a super low price, I would be interested. There's also a yellow CB 300R in there, which looks really, really good. All right, so let's go ahead and hop back on the bike. Yeah, she's just so sexy. She's just so sexy. Man, how can I? It's like I enjoy looking at her almost as much as I do riding her. Holy cow. All right, let's get into the office, but maybe let's give you a quick poll as we get onto the highway. Oh, money. Ooh, baby. All right, let's head inside. Look at the inventory. Oh, is that a cop? No, it's just the roof racks threw me off. Checking out Power Launch, which I just stopped by. Well, there's a leftover Versys X that is an unbelievable. Oh, it's used. Okay, maybe let's put in new. Well, you might be guys. You know, I'm thinking new motorcycles, which we'll get into, but some used motorcycles. Look at this 2018 Versys X. Not even 1,200 miles on it, and it's $3,000. That's a good buy in my opinion. All right, but let's look at the new. I mean, used is going to be all over the place, but let's look at the new models they have in stock, and then we'll hop onto other dealers. Look at this CFMOTO 400 class. Now, it's really cheap. It's $2,000 off. It looks like CFMOTOs right now, they are almost giving them away. Now, keep in mind, with any new model, you're going to have delivery fees, setup fees, dealer fees of some sort, right? Where that used model, I know it was 2018, it's pretty old at this point, but that model hasn't been updated. It's not like you're missing anything on the Versys X300. But anyways, you're not going to have all those fees on a used bike. But look at they're discounting these to the moon. You get in blue. These are all blue models. Now, they just started carrying CFMOTO, which I thought was an interesting take. So in 2025, my dealer closest dealer just started getting CFMOTOs. If this motorcycle looked better, I would be very tempted. It's just really ugly to me. And it is a parallel twin, but it is a 270 crank. All right. Now, this is also entertaining, guys. In my motorcycle breakdown for nakeds under $10,000, like this 800 has 100 horsepower. It's one of the best like power to dollar buys you can get. Now, I also think this model is really ugly, the 800 NK. And I haven't ridden a CFMOTO, but I sat on them. They feel about the same as any other Japanese motorcycle, even though they're made in China. And who knows with tariffs, who knows what's going to happen to any motorcycles, but the Chinese ones, I would assume these are about ready to get hit with a bigger tariff. They have quite a few of these that are on sale. You got a few white ones. It looks like they're all white. All right. So CFMOTOs are seeing massive discounts right now. They're little Papios, which are the same thing as like a mini moto. This would be similar to like a Grom or a Monkey. This has a little bit more knobby tires like a Monkey, but guys, almost half off. I mean, if this gets closer to $1,000, again, you're gonna have fees and stuff on this, but that's a really, really low price here. Now, this model is more practical than the SS model. Look how many they have. Well, how many of these do they have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They have 9 in stock sitting there. They need to get rid of these, and maybe they would be willing to deal as well. It's a buyer's market right now, not necessarily for most automobile brands. I just reviewed a Nissan Rogue this week. It's a buyer's market for a Rogue for sure, and any Nissan for that matter. But it's a buyer's market if you're looking at a Papio or any sort of CFMOTO bike. Absolutely. This is crazy. This is a leftover model, the 700. This was replaced by the 800. And it's selling for $6,000. I mean, I'd probably just get the 800 NK over this. But anyways, let's keep moving. Kawasaki 230 Supermoto, $4,500. So we're seeing discounts on this. We're getting back into some more CFMOTO stuff. Not as discounted, but here's the thing. This is one of their more desirable bikes. This is going to fight against the Ninja 500. I think it's a great looking motorcycle, and it's going to be very competitive against the Ninja 500. This is, out of all the bikes I've seen so far, this is the most interesting from CFMOTO. But the 800, if power is all you care about, that CFMOTO 800 NK is pretty good. All right, CFMOTO just came out with a triple super sport like this as well, triple cylinder. That's going to be a really, really good price. So here's the sportier, more retro racing version of that Papio SS. I would need a bigger discount than this, to be honest, today's market. XSR has a small discount, but I think that's all the discounts we have. So it looks like, at least from my closest dealer, the Papio models and all the CFMOTOs have really, really good discounts. So let's keep moving. Let's move to the next dealer. This is up in Fort Myers. SunSports is one of the first dealers I popped into when I was in the market for a new bike, and I have most discounted selected here. Now, I should probably check out Vespa of Naples too. I did some test drives there right when I opened up this channel. All right, DR650. It's on sale, $700. Okay, so they have Suzukis. The last dealership we looked at does not have Suzukis. Z500s are already getting discounts. MT09. This is surprising, guys. When I bought the MT09, I wasn't getting a discount. I was excited for all the updates it made. So here's a brand new MT09, and they're having to discount it. Whether it's the dealer or the manufacturers discounting these, I don't know, but they're advertising them with a discount. 230S, so it's a lowered not Supermoto's dual sport here, $500 discount. Now, my next bike purchase is probably going to be, I love the TW. It's probably going to be a dual sport. I just don't know which one. Probably a TW or a KLX 300, or maybe it's a KLX 230. I just don't know yet. But this is what I'm eyeing as an affordable dual sport. The TW is just so charming. It's ancient. I love the fat tire on the back. These things are cool, but I would want a bigger discount than this. But that's all the discounts I'm seeing on their website. What about this place, the House of Trikes and Bikes? They do Royal Enfields, so I'm excited. They also do Aprilias. Maybe we should just look at all of new inventory, shop motorcycles. And let's do, if we can look at maybe the most discounted, most relevant. It doesn't have the most relevant, it doesn't have the most discounted. All right. So I really don't want to thumb through 93 motorcycles. Let's see what we got. All right. These look to be sticker price, the 457. Again, we just saw some CF motos for like 2 grand less than this that compete in the same category. I know it's not quite as good, but hey, okay. So we have our first discount here, only $600. That's an RSV 4 1100. I feel like the market on bikes like this is very, very small, and I would assume these are going to be discounted quite heavily with the economy guys going forward in 2020 2025. All right. So I'm not seeing a big sale on a lot of these except for the V4 models. All right, here's one, a $500 discount on a Tuono 660. The Touareg 660, a $700-ish discount. So we're seeing some discounts on Aprilias. Let's keep going. Let's see. I'm looking for that sales tag right here. CFMOTO Ibex 800T, $500 off. Not that big of a discount for CFMOTOs. We just saw a lot of those naked models that we were seeing discount. This is a holy guys, 700 CL. This is a pretty good buy. Let's check this out. $5,000 here on this model. I think this looks pretty cool. I know this. Ooh, it's got Brembo brakes on a CFMOTO. That's surprising. The CL 700X, and like I said, I'm pretty sure this was replaced just recently by the NK 800, which has a bigger engine, more output. But it's got Brembo brakes, guys. I like the circular headlight on it too. I think it looks pretty decent. I think it looks better than the NK 800. So that's a good deal. Actually, they have multiple. I feel like when they have multiples, your chances of getting an even better deal than what they're advertising is good if you're willing to bargain with them. So that's impressive deals we're seeing right there on those CFMOTOs 700 CLs. I'm just doing some more research. It tells you I'm still learning about these CFMOTOs. It looks like this is very similar. The CLX 700's engine, not only is it down maybe like 25 horsepower from the 800 NK, but it's got a more traditional 180 crank, I think, where the 800 NK has a 270 crank or 285 crank, which is going to sound maybe similar to a V2 or a V twin, but they're saying like I haven't heard it yet, so I should probably listen to the NK 800's engine with the aftermarket exhaust. It might sound pretty cool compared to the 270 crank that we have on a lot of parallel twins nowadays. So that makes this not as exciting to me if it has a more traditional 180 crank, but it's still a good deal. And 75 horsepower is nothing to sneeze at. So let's keep moving past those CFMOTO 700. God, they have so many of them. So many of them for sale. And again, it's already replaced by this model, the 800 NK. Is 800 NK worth $1,600 more? Probably. Now the styling's not as cool, but that engine is going to make a world of difference. Now they do have Harleys there, but they are all used, so we'll have to go to a Harley dealership to check out those. It doesn't look like there's any sales right now on the Moto Guzzi's, and Royal Enfields is one of the brands I'm most interested in right now. Are we seeing any sales on those quite yet? Himalaya 450 is a great bike. All of their bikes are very, very tempting. Not seeing the sale sign on them yet. They had quite a few Royal Enfields in here, like a classic that looked real good. Okay, here's one on sale. If you can find a Royal Enfield Scram, $4,000, it's a pretty good buy. I know the old Himalaya is more enticing than this. I mean, the new Himalaya as well. But anyways, let's go and look up, see if we can find what's going on with Harley. We know that their sales are down. We know that their revenue's down as a company. So we go to Harley. Well, doesn't look like that they're going to tell us anything because it says click here for price. So let's say I click here for price. They want you to fill out their name. It's just a sales generator, a lead generator for them. So they're not going to even give you pricing here. If you calculate payment, no, let's just put a really good credit. No, yeah, still a lead generator. You can't even get a payment estimator without generating a lead here. So I don't know what Harley's, if you can get a good deal on a Harley. I bet you can. But they're being a little too elitist here and saying have to click here for price and then lead generation. Now, I think I remember stumbling upon these guys. This is a dealership around Lake Okeechobee, so it's Central Florida. And I've seen good deals here before. Let's go and click on new inventory. Previously, that they were one of the closest dealers to me with uh, the CFMOTO motorcycles. So let's go and vehicle type. Let's go and look at motorcycle scooter here and apply. I don't know. Oh yeah, here we go. This one sold the CFMOTO Ibex 450, which is a competitor to the Himalaya, sold for $6,500, or it could have been different. That was just the MSRP. Now you might be saying, Kirk, you should just go to Cycle Trader. Cycle Trader is tough because I think it's accurate with availability, but I don't think it's accurate with pricing and discounts that I've seen on motorcycles. So if I look at KLRs right here, $8,000, well, that's MSRP. If I go back to SunSports, they have one discounted to $5,000. It's a $2,200 discount. So it's best to check out the website of your local dealers for the best deals, or go in there personally, because sometimes they have markdowns on the motorcycles that are not represented on the website quite yet. Oh shoot, they have a 2000 Goldwing there for $1,000. That's 53,000 miles. That would be worth a trip just to check out that Goldwing. I want to see you guys in the comments. Let me know if you've stumbled upon any crazy deals. I think the market is just beginning to turn in 2025. Uncertainty with tariffs, the economy. Motorcycles are typically the first thing to go, as it's a luxury. It's not, hardly anyone needs a motorcycle. Motorcycles are a passion and a luxury. They're not essential for daily life in North America. For other markets, absolutely. Like Thailand and Southeast Asia, you need a little scooter to get around. Cars are too expensive. Here's the thing. Things could get, I don't know how bad things are going to get, but if things get really bad, people won't be able to afford cars. So maybe more people start riding motorcycles. That's a possibility. They're so much more fuel efficient. They're cheap to own, fairly cheap to insure, maybe compared to a car. So maybe that we could see a switch to that. And if that's the case, you're not going to see deals on motorcycles. If people can't afford cars, that's the thing. It's just like motorcycles they have such a bad stigma about them for most people around the United States that people would just not buy a car or a motorcycle. They wouldn't be like, oh, I can't afford a car, so I'll look at a motorcycle. They're just like, nope, motorcycle's not even an option. It's not even in the mind of most people out there as a reliable form of affordable and economical form. And you could say a very eco-friendly form of transportation. It's not even in the minds of the average person, even if they can't afford an automobile. But we'll see what happens. I will be keeping an eye on the market. Absolutely. It looks like things are turning for certain manufacturers like CFMOTO, maybe certain models like the KLR, for example. Stay tuned on the channel. If you like this content, if you would like to see me revisit where the market is, maybe quarterly, let me know in the comments. I'll catch you in the next one. Make sure you subscribe. Peace.